All right, today we're going to talk about something that is one of the most puzzling things that I have seen in my lifetime. And you continue to see it. So it's extremely puzzling. Somebody asked the other day, they're like, why is social media so important to my marketing strategy as a law firm? Yet, and you see so many law firms still hesitant to take the leap and not only market on social media, but invest a substantial amount of marketing dollars in social media. So here's the reality. The reason why this is so puzzling is, where is our time primarily spent? Like, where are we consuming content? Where are we getting our news? You're seeing elections influenced by social media. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, what have you. I mean, to say it's important is to say like breathing air is important. The reality of it is where is our attention spent? And if you're absent from the place where many people are spending hours every single day, then you're just essentially not in the conversation. Now, I think where a lot of the apprehension comes in is, on social media, many will say, well, I've never gotten a case from social, or maybe I don't know how to track social media. I'm not getting leads the same way I do in other mediums like Google pay-per-click or, from my website or what have you. And the reality of it is social media is different, right? So social media is more about social, having a conversation, putting out content. I mean, marketing at the end of the day really is just about amplification of a message. If you've got a great message, if you've got good content being defined as content that's valuable to your audience, that's engaging, that's interesting, that differentiates you as a law firm, that sets you apart from other law firms, that gives people in your community or your audience a reason to care about you, then yeah, that's great content. Then why would you not want to amplify that content, which is really what you're doing here? And I speak to countless law firms that say they care so deeply about their clients, and it bothers them and drives them crazy. Like, it literally pains them when anybody in their community hires another attorney who does not care as much about that client, may not be as experienced, may not provide, quality representation for them, and they feel may take advantage of them. It breaks their heart. Well, if it breaks your heart, then why are you not doing everything possible to get in front of that prospective client first? Because at this point, it is your duty. If you're so great, if your firm does such great work, if you do care as deeply about your clients as you say you do, then why would you not do everything in your power to get in front of those prospective clients first? And one of the best ways to do it, and one of the lowest cost and lowest barriers to entry, is social media. Now, in terms of investing a substantial amount of marketing dollars in social media, I think it really just comes down to how many people you want to reach and how frequently do you want to reach them. Because the conversation in social is different. It's not about direct response. It's not about leads. It's not about any of those things. It's really about how are we building our knownness, our trust, our credibility. How are we staying top of mind to people? Because in a lot of these other mediums that are more direct response focused, it's marketing towards who needs us today, which is a very small percentage of any audience. And you're seeing most law firms market to probably the 1 or 2 or 3%, as opposed to who might need us at any point in the future, which is a much larger audience. And how do we stay top of mind to them, so that when something does happen, when they do have a legal need, when they are injured, they're in an accident, whatever it might be, that they think of us. And that's really what social media is all about. I mean, we all know this. Like, we do this in our day-to-day lives. How many times have you seen Facebook ads for some sort of product or whatever it is, and you've seen it countless times, over a span of months or years or what have you, and then eventually you bought from that business or you bought that product. And you may not have bought by clicking on the ad. You may have just had it ingrained in your mind, so you went to their website and then you eventually bought it. It was the same way with me with Purple mattresses. I'd see these Purple mattress ads for years, okay? And I didn't need a mattress. And then the day I needed a mattress, I went to purple.com and bought mattresses, okay? But that wasn't, their paid ads team would have never gotten credit for that, because I didn't buy it by clicking the ad. I bought it because that's what I thought about when I needed a mattress. And it's the same way with consumers in terms of hiring you from legal services. Okay, they may not need you today or tomorrow or next week, but when your messaging and their needs align, that's where they reach out to you. And those are the best clients and cases, because they're the most discerning clients. They're not just hiring, like personal injury lawyer Oregon. They're hiring you and your law firm specifically. They remember you. You built a relationship with them, or you built some sort of emotional connection with them. So at the end of the day, like, it just comes down to doubling down. Like, when you're seeing other large brands doing this stuff, I mean, Apple is investing a substantial portion of their marketing dollars on social and digital. You're seeing larger brands move to that. You see what's happening in the political space. This is where attention is. So if you want to be, your law firm, your messaging, your content in a place where the attention is, and then how much do you really want to be there? How frequently do you want them to see you? How relentless do you want to be? That's where I think, it comes down to making that larger investment. So at the end of the day, it's puzzling to me why more law firms haven't done it, but it does create a tremendous opportunity to law firms that may not have the resources, let's say, to get aggressive on TV, radio, or billboards, to be very strategic and competitive. So even if you don't do it, just know that there's a lot of firms that are very strategic and selective, a lot of small firms that are just getting started that cannot compete in those traditional mediums, but are continuously pulling away cases and the best clients from a lot of the large traditional advertisers, simply by being more strategic on these different mediums and building trust and building credibility, to where now their calls are going up. Now their case quality is improving. Their average case value increases substantially. That's what's happening here. So choice is yours whether you get involved or not, but I can tell you this, we are doubling down considerably in social. Every single year, we've more than doubled our investment in social media. And not only do we offer social media services, but we outspend every single one of our clients in social. If it works so well, why wouldn't you? All right, guys, that's it.